Okay, today is the last practice for second chakra before we move on up the line next month for the um, solar plexus chakra. It's like getting my S words confused for a moment. So we've been focusing quite a bit on the hip area for the exploration of sacral chakra, and also your lower abdomen is associated with your sacral chakra. So we're going to get a little groove on with some core work today. So we're going to start on our back. So when you're ready, you can lie down. And yay, relax. And if you're going to play along with music here, you can just have it handy and we'll hit play here in a moment. So yes, I like this. So Michelle's in Shavasana, Emily's in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles the feet together. If you want to start any particular way, let this be your first opportunity to just tune into what you need. And just in the effort of kind of saying hello to this low belly area, let's put our hands right beneath our navel. And feel the breath moving particularly into that space. So this really expansive quality that lets the breath travel more fully into the body than it typically does. And we'll take 3 more cycles of breath here. Just using it as your transition time out of your day into this little cocoon of space that we get to be in for the next hour. Wherever the legs wound up going, let's meet with the knees tucked in toward your chest. It's giving them a little hug and a little exploration. So you might want to rock a little side to side or make some circles with the hips or with the knees. And if you aren't following along with tunes, you can go ahead and hit play within your next minute or so. And we'll straighten your legs all the way up toward the sky, just bringing some energy into the back side of the leg. So really flex through the ankles and drive up and out of the heels. You could even use your hands for a moment because we're just getting these hamstrings to wake up. So you could even use your hands to help lengthen out the legs and pull them in toward you. And then keep your legs nice and long. So even if you have to lower the legs away from you a little bit, that's okay. So we're just trying to straighten out through the back side of the knees. And then let the arms rest down alongside the body. Press firmly through the palms and through the back of the arms so you open the chest more. And then just your right leg as you inhale, lower it down toward the floor and resist with the left leg. So keep pulling your left toes toward you. And exhale to return the right leg back to the center. And then left leg, inhale, lower it down and keep pulling the right toes in toward your nose. Exhale, draw that left leg back up. And keep switching. Inhale, lower the right leg. Exhale and lift. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lift. We'll go one more time each way, just the right and just the left. And as both legs draw up toward you, bend your knees so that your legs find this tabletop shape. So your knees are actually right on top of the hips. They're not too close to you. Flex your ankles so your shin bones parallel the earth. And then peel your head, neck, and shoulders up and off of the ground. Look down toward your navel and stretch your fingertips forward. So shoulder blades are entirely off your mat. And then your right leg, just simply press it out to a 45-degree angle. Keep tucking your navel toward your spine, and then realign the right knee back with the left. So it's just right above the knee. Then inhale, extend your left leg out to that 45. And exhale, pull the knee back in. And then keep switching again. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, pull it back above the knee. Keep lifting the shoulders. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, pull it in. Yeah, and then one more time each way. Breathe in, right leg. Exhale, pull it in. Breathe in, left leg. Exhale, pull it in. And then hold on to the back side of the knees. Relax your head and shoulders down if you haven't already. And then we're gonna rock forward and back until we find some balance on the bottom, right up into our boat pose. So parallel again, the shin bones to the earth, zip the knees together, lift the chest up, and relax the shoulders down. And you could keep hanging onto the legs. You could even set your heels down, or you could let go. Whatever works for your boat shape right now. Last 3 moments, just continue to ignite the breath, hug into the midline, knees connect. Yeah, one more breath here. And then hook at your ankles, pull the feet in toward you, roll over the legs and shift backwards to tabletop. And we're taking the big toes together as if you were gonna set up for child's pose. So put a little space between your knees. And then crawl your hands a couple inches in front of your shoulders. And as the shoulders shift forward, roll over the knees and peel your heels toward your bottom. Just open up the front of the hips. And exhale and shift backwards. And we'll actually send your hips closer toward your heels if you're going toward child's pose. But keeping those arms nice and long so that as you breathe in and shift forward again, the shoulders go over the wrist, your heels curl toward your bottom. Exhale, slide backwards. Child's pose. Great, one more time. Inhale, find the shift. Press into the hands, lift out of the shoulders and open the heart. Exhale, glide back. Keep your hips snuggled on your heels and walk your hands and your head over to the right. Breathing into that left side body. And walk it through the center and take your hands and your head all the way over to the left. And you work your way back through the center again. Keep your arms active. Breathe in and rise back to tabletop, but your hands will probably still stay a little bit in front of the shoulders. Narrow the knees to hip width distance. Tuck your toes under behind you and just hover your knees up and away from the earth. Hollow out through that low belly space and keep peeking your heart forward through your shoulders. Building a little heat here, a little fire through the legs, through the core. Take one more full breath in. And then exhale, pick your hips up to the sky, stretch your heart back toward your thighs. Oh, and give yourself a little time to adjust and move here as you wish. As you look forward toward your hands, we'll step your right foot between them. You can always use your hand to give it a boost forward and just pop to the fingertips and make that back leg super long and strong. So the hips are sinking down. We're trying to create this length from the front of the left hip. A nice strong bend of the front right knee. One more full inhale here. Exhale, big step forward. So left foot joins the right foot. And then come halfway up. Inhale to stretch your heart through your shoulders again. Exhale, fold over your legs and relax your head down. Inhale your arms to the sky as you rise all the way up. Exhale your hands right down to the center of your heart. Inhale again, take your fingertips back to the ceiling. Exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step backwards to to tabletop shape once again. So we're on the hands and the knees. You see it's like so ingrained to cue the same way. Send your right leg straight back behind you. Flexing through the ankle again, the toes point down, especially that little baby toe. Zip your low belly up and in, and then send the left arm forward to the front of your room. As you breathe out, take your left elbow and right knee in toward the center, round the spine. Inhale, elongate the limbs, find the balance. Exhale, elbow and knee unite. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, pull it in. And then inhale, stretch long, hold it long. Put your left hand down beneath your shoulder. Swivel your left toes to the left. And as you put your right foot to the back of the mat, inhale, circle your right arm to the sky and stretch it forward over your ear. We'll keep pressing into the outer edge of that back right foot as you reach forward through that right arm. And as you lift your right foot away from the ground, raise your right arm to the sky, bend your right knee and capture your toes with your right hand. Stretch your foot behind you. You could even lean the back of your skull back toward your toes. Inhale, straighten through the arms, straighten through the leg. Keep the right leg lifted. Exhale your right hand back beneath your shoulder. Turn your left toes back in. Reach your left arm forward. Bend your right knee and take hold of the toes behind you here. Lift your foot straight up to the sky. Press back into the hand. Firm that outer left hip into the center line of your mat. Inhale, straighten through the right arm, straighten through the right leg. Exhale, put your left hand beneath your shoulder. Step your right toes to the back of the mat, followed by your left toes. We're in high plank position. Hug up and in through the low belly. Both knees on the inhale, tap them to the ground without moving much else. Exhale, pick them back up and press out of the heels. Inhale, little tap of the knees down. Exhale, straighten your legs. One more time. Inhale, little tap. Exhale, straighten, shift forward and lower down with control, hugging the elbows in. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, pick up the heart, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. The breath in. A breath out. And inhale, look forward at your hands. Exhale your left foot all the way up to meet them. Press to the fingertips, stretch the heart forward and really drive out of that right heel behind you. It's like this little tug of war between your upper and lower body. That will help generate that length in the right side, front of the hip. Breath in. Exhale, big step forward to the front of your mat. Again, inhaling to lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale your arms for the sky as you rise to stand. Exhale your hands together at the center of your heart. Breathe in, take your arms back up. Breathe out, forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway for length. Exhale, back down to that tabletop shape on the hands and knees. And then we'll extend just the left leg straight back behind you, float it above the ground, pull the left inner thigh up, and root into the palms to lift out of the shoulders. And as you're ready, send the right arm forward out in front of you. And take a breath in. Exhale, elbow and knee pull together. Inhale, straighten out through the limbs. Same thing, exhale, elbow and knee unite. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, pull it in. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, straighten the limbs, hold them up. Put your right hand beneath your shoulder. As you angle the right toes behind you, stamp your left foot to the back of the mat and reach your left arm all the way up and over the ear. So for now, the left foot is grounded. And we're creating that same tug of war between the upper and lower body. So just try and get super long in that left edge. Simultaneously, inhale, lift your left hand and your left foot up and away from the earth. Bend your left knee, take hold of the toes and stretch your foot back into your hand. And you might even open the throat, lean the head back. Inhale, straighten out through your arm and through your leg. Look to the earth. Exhale your left hand to the mat. Keep the left leg lifted. Turn the right toes back in and reach the right arm forward. And then sweep it back to capture your left toes. So binding once again. Pick up your foot. Stretch your shin bone back. Let that right shoulder roll back. And on the inhale, straighten through your arms, straighten through your leg. Exhale, lower the right hand beneath the shoulder. Step your left toes to the back of the mat, followed by your right. High plank. 3 more little knee dips. Inhale, tap both knees down without moving the hips too much. Exhale, pick up the knees and press out of the heels. Inhale, little tap of the knees. Exhale, lift. Pull up and in through that low belly. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. You could go right to down dog or shift forward and lower down halfway or to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tilt your hips up and back to down dog. Couple deep breaths just to be here. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop all the way up to meet your hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. And arms to the sky. Inhale, fly all the way up. Dive right back down. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, step or maybe hop to bent elbows. Inhale to expand the chest. Exhale your hips up and back. And inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward, high lunge. Inhale, let your arms rise up. And just by the power of manipulating your hips, we can turn that low belly space on. So take the front rim of the pelvis and pull it up toward your lowest ribs. Let that belly space hug inward. And that might cause your back knee to bend a little bit. That's okay. Take hold of the left wrist with the right hand and lean over to the right. Lengthening out that left edge. Inhale, return right to the center, release the grip. Exhale, slice the back heel flat and turn open to the left to your warrior two. Shoulders right on top of the hips, the wrists right on top of the ankles. Keep prying that right thigh bone just a hair wider. Face your right palm up to the sky, and on the inhale, slide all the way back and reverse to your warrior. Soften that back left shoulder out of the ear. And straighten the right leg all the way out. Reach the right hip underneath you as you extend forward through the right arm and tilt into triangle pose. But the moment you get there, turn the left palm forward and extend your arm all the way over your ear. Pull your left hip to the back of the mat, your left fingertips to the front of the mat. Get the sides of the neck nice and long. Circle that left arm all the way up to the sky and then place your left hand on your left hip. Bend your right knee. Walk the left foot forward and then up and into the air, rising to your half moon. If you raise the left arm up, you could bend your left knee. Take that same bind we took a few moments ago on our knees. And if you capture those left toes, send the foot behind you rather than up to the sky. Behind you meaning toward that right side of your room. Inhale, straighten out through the arm and through the leg. Look down to the ground. Exhale, lower the left hand and square your left hip to meet your right hip. On a breath out, tuck your left knee into your nose. Look toward your kneecap. The right knee could bend a little bit. And then inhale, straighten out through the left leg and pull the heart forward, elongate. Exhale, same thing. Pull the left knee into your nose. Look toward the kneecap. Hollow the belly. One more time. Inhale, stretch your leg back, your heart forward. Exhale, pull that left knee in toward your chest. Hollow out the belly, hold here. Take your left knee with your left hand. Take it with the right hand and rise all the way up to balance. Hold. Okay, take both arms all the way up to the sky. And then wing your left knee all the way over to the left. Stamp the foot somewhere on that right leg. And you can always use the left hand to boost it in place. Yeah, tree pose, Vrikshasana. Sorry, it's probably one of the most common yoga poses, and I forget about this pose all the time. Here we are. Trees. You can always take your arms in a different space. So feel free to adjust. And same with your gaze. Looking forward, obviously a little easier with the balance. Looking up, a little more challenging. Closing your eyes. See what happens there. Keep this balance just a little bit longer. We'll release the left foot and turn the left knee forward. And then take a big step back to high lunge. Just an inhale to find your footing and your landing. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step backwards and you might float the right foot to lower through chaturanga. Inhale, raise your heart. Exhale, raise your hips. And inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot forward. High lunge, inhale, your arms rise up. Soften into that back knee, and again, pull your tailbone, the back rim of the pelvis, down toward the floor. Hug in through the low belly, and then lift the back of the ribs up, the chest up, the arms up. On your next breath out, spiral the right heel down, turn open to the right, and you might need to take that stance just a little bit longer in your warrior two. The right back toes are turned in slightly, the left toes are all the way forward. And firm arms to be part of this party right here. Keep this front knee bent. Face your left palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse, come all the way up and back. Soften through that back right shoulder. And keep that bend in the front knee for now. Lengthen out through your front left leg. Inhale, rise up through the upper body. Bump the left hip beneath you and come on down to your triangle pose. And once again, as you land here, turn the right palm forward. Extend your arm over your ear. Like someone has hold of your front fingertips and your back hip, and they're just gently pulling them apart from each other. Notice the shape of your breath. And on a breath in, send that right arm all the way back up. Plant your hand to your right hip. Look to your left big toe, and as you bend your left knee, take as many steps as you need with that back right foot to rise up to your half moon. Flex your right ankle. You might raise your right arm, or even bend the right knee, Chakasana. Seek out the toes, and send that foot behind your body. You have the back toes. Notice when you let go, just being careful not to slingshot the foot. So a soft inhale to release the limbs. Look down, exhale the right hand to the mat. Level your right hip with your left. On a breath out, pull the right knee into your nose. Look at the kneecap around the spine. Inhale, kick your right heel back. Stretch the chest forward. Exhale, draw the right knee back into the nose as you round. Yes, one more time. Inhale, pull your right heel back. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Put a little bend in the left knee. Moving this transition really slowly. Hold the right knee with the right hand. Then the left hand, and push the ground away from you through that left heel to draw you all the way upright. Inhale, lift your arms up to the ceiling. Send your right knee over to the right, and then stamp the right foot into your left leg. Wherever that foot is meeting your left leg, press the left leg back into it. So the moment I do that, I can actually feel the quads start to fire. So see if you can let those muscles liven up and pull equally to the midline. Again, arms of your choice, feel free to change it up. Inhale, keeping the balance, release the right foot, turn the right knee forward. Exhale, big step back to your high lunge. Hold it here just for the moment, for the breath. Exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step back, maybe you float the left toes to lower through chaturanga. And then breathe in. Exhale all the way. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. High lunge, inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, warrior two, spin the back heel flat. Reverse it, take a breath in. Straighten your right leg, exhale, triangle pose and reach that left arm all the way forward over the ear. Inhale, place the left hand to the left hip. Look forward, exhale, rise to your half moon. Hold for the inhale, maybe you stretch the left arm up. We'll skip the bind. And then exhale, lower the left hand to the mat, square the hips. Pull the left knee in toward your chest, grip it with your hands. Inhale, rise up to balance. Take your arms overhead. Exhale, swing that left leg back into your tree pose. Take a moment, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, turn the left knee forward. Exhale, big step backwards. We'll change it from here. Take a moment, breathe in. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Set your left knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep your right leg straight back behind you. Exhale, turn the left toes behind you and raise the right arm. Take a breath in. We've been here before. Exhale, bend the right knee. Maybe you hold the toes and kick back. Inhale, straighten through the arms, straighten through the leg. Exhale, put the right hand down, square the right hip. Reach your left arm forward. Take a breath in. We'll take one elbow to knee. Exhale, round through the spine. Yeah, inhale, straighten it out. Option to stay or exhale, take those toes behind you again. Inhale, lift your foot. Exhale, release. Float your arm and leg long. Lower the left hand, step backwards, high plank. Shift forward and lower down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step it forward. High lunge, inhale, let your arms rise. Exhale, warrior two, spin the back heel down. Breathe in, reverse your warrior. Straighten the front leg, exhale, tilt down, triangle pose, and float that right arm all the way over the ear. Inhale, take the right hand to the hip, look down. Bend your left knee, exhale, rise to your half moon. Breathe in, you might choose to stay. Or nope, we didn't have that option. Exhale, lower the right hand, square the hip. Pull the right knee in toward your nose. Look at the knee, take the grip with your hands and rise up to balance. Inhale, lift your arms. Turn the right knee to the right, exhale, tree pose. A breath cycle in and out. Inhale, turn the right knee forward. Exhale, big step to high lunge. Take a breath in. And then exhale your hands to the mat as well as that right knee. It'll come down. As you sweep your left leg straight back, raise your left arm up to the sky. That right shin's like a kickstand. Bend your left knee, take the toes and kick your foot back into your hand. Yeah, inhale, straighten the arm and the leg. Look to the ground, exhale, lower the left hand, pick up the right arm. Breathe in. Exhale, elbow and knee together. Inhale, lengthen it out. Bend the back knee, exhale, take the toes. Pick up the foot, inhale. Exhale, release, step backwards, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. And hold here with the breath. You can always take it to child's pose. One more cycle. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop all the way to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Just take chair pose. Bring your feet together, bend your knees. Inhale, let your arms rise up. And take your hands together at your heart as you lean forward, twist to the right. So left elbow is hooking outside of the right thigh. And your knees are trying to level with each other. And we'll keep the twist and just look down to the ground and see how your weight moved to your right foot. Pick up your left heel behind you and straighten the left leg out like you're doing a warrior 3 leg. So all 5 toes point toward the mat. And we're lengthening out that left knee. Okay, hold the twist. Set your left toes at the very back of your space. Now we're in a twisted crescent. Take just a full breath in. And hold here for the breath out. And then we're moving toward a crouching low lunge. Look to the ground. Turn your feet slightly to the left. Unwind the torso, but the right knee will stay bent. Your right elbow tucks to the inside of the right knee. There it is. Flex the left ankle, turn the left toes up. And let the fingertips graze the ground. Lift your hips up. Parallel the feet with one another. Stretch your heart forward on the inhale. Exhale, fold over your legs, and we'll scoop the hands back so they're right between the feet. Lift the shoulder heads up and out of the ears. And if you'd like to invert here, you're certainly welcome to lean the crown of the head down. You want to be able to see all 10 fingernails. And then lean to the tip toes, and it's that scoop in and up of the low belly that we've been working that creates that lift. Yeah, or you can even take one knee to the tricep or 2 knees to the triceps. Yes, everyone. 2 more cycles of breath. If you're up in your inversion, you can slowly lower the feet. Really nice control, you guys. Inhale, come up to the fingertips and get a little bit longer through the spine. Look to the front of the mat. Exhale, pivot forward on your toes. Set your back knee to the ground. Slide your right knee back to meet your left. So knees and feet hip width distance. Take the hands onto the hips. Zip the elbows back. Inhale, peel your heart up to the sky. And exhale, tilt back any degree toward camel pose. Certainly lift your chin off your chest. Take your gaze back if that works. Keep hugging the shoulder blades together. And let the head be the last thing to rise as you breathe in and come up. Sink your hips onto your heels and just take a moment to close your eyes and rest in a neutral spine, upright. Take the breath back into the body. Draw your eyes open. Sink your hips off to one side. We'll do the second side here in a moment. Take your feet forward. Scoot a little closer to the center of the mat. And plant your feet flat out in front of you and the hands right behind you. And lift your hips up and away from the earth. Press into the feet. Find a reverse table. And then as you lower your hips toward the ground, the hips are just gonna hover above the mat. Locate that space between the navel and beneath the navel, wow, and pull your hips straight back. Seeing if you can keep your butt off of the floor, lengthen the legs. Hold back through the low belly and then return. Use your inhale to lift the hips up, lift the gaze, point your knees forward. Exhale, lower the hips down and scoop back through the low belly. Keep pressing into the palms, press the earth away. One more time, pick the hips up, inhale, reverse table. Exhale, lower the hips, pull them straight back. Good, and then set your butt down. Bend your knees, plant your feet flat to the floor. Scoot toward the center of your space if you want to back like me. And then lean back into your boat pose again, picking your feet up. Pick up the chest, soften the shoulders. You might choose to stretch the arms forward and zip the knees together. Yes. Okay, some people can very easily go from here toward chair pose. So if that's you, bravo, and please go. If you're more like me, you might need to put your feet down. Use your hands to boost your bottom forward and come up to your chair pose. Yeah, it'll be so good. All right, here we are in our chair. Take your hands together at your heart. Lean forward and twist your right elbow across your left thigh. Hug the legs together. Roll your heart toward your thumbs. And sink the hips down so they just stay low. Great, look down, see the weight shift into your left foot, and as you pick up the right heel, warrior three that right leg. Kick out of the ankle, spread your toes down to face the mat. Engage the muscles of that right leg, so feel the quad firm. Keep breathing here. Can you unclench the jaw? And then simply set your right toes at the back of the mat, but hold the twist here. Stay for the breath in. And the breath out. And that crouching low lunge, maintaining a bent left leg. Pivot slightly to the right. Tuck your left elbow to the inside of the knee. Turn your right toes up. As your hands come down to the ground, raise your hips up. Parallel feet to one another. Inhale, stretch your heart a little further forward. Exhale, fold over the legs and draw the hands back between the feet. If you want to hang on to the big toes, place the hands behind the back. You want to invert again. Certainly, pick your poison. Pick your pleasure. Let's go for that. Poison, how horrible. If the arms or the feet went anywhere else, you can gently rest them back down to the floor. Inhale, come part way up. Look to the front of the mat, pivot on your feet as you breathe out and release that right knee back down to the ground. We'll slip the left knee back to meet it. The hands to your hips. One more camel pose. So if you want, you could tuck your toes under so that can be an accessible point to reach back towards, or untucked for a little more depth. Or the hands can stay on the hips. So tailbone down, elbows back. Inhale, pull your heart up toward the sky. Exhale, stretch back to any degree. Try to maintain hips right over the knees, so you have to use your body awareness, your proprioception to determine that. And the head will be the last thing to rise as you inhale. Exhale, sink down, hips to the heels, look forward. Close your eyes if you want. I'm just neutral here. Just letting the buzz from that back bend trickle through the body. Come into a cross-legged position. If you want to be popped up on a block or a blanket or something, you're welcome to it. And take the left fingertips over to the left. Reach your right hand all the way up and over the head for that left ear. And give your head a gentle tug to the right. Keep crawling the left fingertips away from you. Ever so slightly and carefully angle your chin now down toward your chest. You might need to adjust and have the hand kind of creep, your right hand creep toward the back of your skull instead. Release that right hand. Draw your head all the way back to center. Ooh, take the right hand off to the right. Send your left arm all the way up and over. Take hold of that right side of the head and just lean to the left. Rolling the right fingertips away. And let your chin just carefully angle downward toward the chest. Rearrange that left hand if you need, relax the shoulders. This time when you let go, let your chin just keep angling toward the chest and dangle right down to center. So all 10 fingertips can reach out to the sides. And then realign your eyes to face forward. Scoot the soles of the feet together. And then angle the heels a little further away from your body. You have a big diamond shape here. We'll round the spine and take your forehead down toward your heels. And just let your upper body kind of slump toward the ground so we're not controlling it too much or muscularly engaging too much. So the ultimate and sacral chakra alignment is understanding what you need and then being able to put wheels in motion to get your needs met. Share your feelings, notice your emotions, give in to what would feel good, or create boundaries if giving in is always your go-to. So all that to say, I want you to tune in right now to what you might need before Shavasana. And then as you inhale and roll upright, you can either decide to stay seated and take another seated posture. You could recline and take a twist. Move into an alternate hip opener. Take extra time in Shavasana. The beauty of it all is that there's never a wrong answer to what you need. Unless you're like, shooting up drugs or something, then I might feel a little concerned about that. But you got my point, hopefully. With time, we will make our way to our final resting pose. However you want to take it, however you need to adjust the body, and whatever you need to do to be comfortable, do that. Let this posture be as simple as possible. The intent being just to be right here, just to enjoy the moment, just to exist together. The first thing to reawaken be your breath. Moving more deeply through the body into the lungs. And create some movement through the hands and the feet. And rocking your head side to side. Any last little movements you need in order to make your way to one side and all the way to a seat. Let your hands gather at your heart once you're upright, no rush. Once you sit tall through the spine, bow your forehead downward. Just bowing with acknowledgement to this continuous practice of self-study and inquiry and curiosity. Applaud yourself for carving out the space and always showing up, because that's what makes the difference. With honor and with gratitude, namaste.